Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Papa Boris here, playing some more Hearthstone Battlegrounds. When I first started playing this game, I wasn't expecting to make a video a day, but let's go ahead and try it, see if it'll work. Any hoodle, let's just jump on in there. Maybe I should press the play button before I start recording, because it does sometimes take a little bit of time to get into the queue. Wait time up to a minute, it seems. Alright. I like how every now and then it updates the minimum to match how long you've already waited. Like, yes, well, that's not really making me feel, oh, it's only 15 seconds to a minute. Wow. Well, that's not as bad as the 0 seconds to a minute I thought it was initially. Great job, Blizzard. Okay. So, what do we got on offer here? Okay, so we have Queen Wagtoggle, which can be effective if you're going for a menagerie build over time that does amass a decent amount of health on your minions. I think she's pretty popular. This one is a weird one. It obviously is terrible against Divine Shields, but it can be useful to make your really crappy minions have some kind of an impact. I'm going to go for Lich King, though. I've always wanted to try this one. The tricky thing about it is it's the rightmost minion, so it's the one that attacks last. However, if you make it like a taunt minion, for example, that can cause it to die sooner. It has some interaction with Khadgar, because it'll, I believe, summon 2 copies of itself. So like it really works well. I would hope to get, for example, that the mech egg that spawns in 8/8 and try to get some synergy going there. One thing I've noticed from watching other people play, like the top good streamers and stuff, is that perhaps I'm undervaluing the early game. And I think the reason for that is that if you buy crappy minions early, you do have the chance to get a triple and then get a discover. And I think that value I might have been understating a bit. Okay, this is a pretty crappy early board. I mean, these are okay. Especially they do sort of work with the hero power, I guess. And that can work later on with Junkbot. Okay, I'm gonna grab this thing. I think it's better than the Micro Machine, which is just a hard-hitting thing, but then doesn't really, doesn't do a whole lot later on. And I'm gonna freeze this board. I could consider getting a second one just to try to go for a triple and not upgrade my Tavern on turn 2. Pretty much everybody upgrades on turn 2, and that was my initial inclination as well. But again, I want to experiment with some more early game to see if the value of getting Discover cards can make up for, you know, spending some of your early gold on crap. Okay, we are going to lose to King Mukla here. This is one of the stronger things you can buy early on. It's interesting, though. He took 2 damage buying this, and I'm taking 2 damage losing to him, so it's all kind of a wash. He has a 2/4 taunt. I have a 1/1 that spawns a 1/1. You know, who knows. Okay, so let's go ahead. I was actually tempted to get this Alley Cat. This is a good pickup early on. If this had been available on the first round, I would have bought it. Because, you know, you get a token so you can sell it back. But let's go ahead and grab this Mecharoo number 2. And I have a gold left over. I could just refresh, but it's tier 1 minions. You know what? Even if this Reborn would make me win, I would still rather refresh for a chance to get a third one of these. Alas, it didn't happen. I don't think anything here is worth freezing, although it doesn't actually matter. Yeah, I don't want to freeze it. I want a chance for the board to respawn next turn to get a third one. If I do get a third one, I would probably want to buy it and not play it immediately, so that I could play it after I upgrade my Tavern and get a Discover. Oh, hey, look at that. Patches hero power. I'm not sure if it's all that correct to use this early on. I mean, yes, he wins and deals 3 damage to me, but, you know, your health is a resource, and this early damage is not likely to be all that relevant. Especially because from his perspective, he's just doing it to one person who might have died anyways. Aha, I do get a third one. Great, so let's go ahead and do this. Oh, right, but I can't actually, I can't hold off on playing it because, oops, then I have nothing. Well, let's see, so who is this guy? This guy beating, well, he beat up on AFK. I might take a bunch of damage if I don't play this. I only discover a tier 2 minion. It's a bit greedy not to play this. Let's go ahead and do this. Tier 2. Okay, we're gonna go for max. And put the Reborn on this. Maybe it would have been better to put the Reborn on the Mecharoo. I'm not sure if the Divine Shield or the extra. Yeah, maybe the extra thing is better because it's a 2/2 that it spawns. That was probably a bit of a mistake. Okay, we are gonna win though. Yep. Yes, we're gonna win. Hey, that was the number 1 person. Not that it really matters that much, but... So I saved myself some damage. He didn't really have a huge board. I maybe would have been better off not playing my Mecharoo and just upgrading the Tavern before I got him. Okay, there's 2 of these guys, but they're pretty crappy. Let's go ahead and upgrade the Tavern and roll the bones. I don't think I want to go for the demons at this point, or these guys at this point, so let's keep rolling. Uh-huh. Okay, I can't play this at the moment, but let's start snowballing my mechs. Hopefully I can pick up a junk bot later. So we'll freeze this. We'll try the Mecharoo getting reborn. We are up against Maverick. The Curator is a guy, is a hero I really want to try. I have not been offered him yet. Starting with the 1/1 Amalgam I think could be really cool, especially because I do like to play with like getting an Amalgam and then just building up a whole lot. Okay, starting to get a little bit on the big side here. My Mecharoo is better than his Mecharoo. Cool. Are we gonna win? We're gonna win, right? Because he hasn't buffed his Amalgam yet. Okay, not that it really matters if we win or not. This is trivial damage. So I'm gonna check out everybody's taverns here. Who are we? 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, people are not upgrading. There's a couple of 3s. Makes sense that the people near the end are the ones with 3. 6 to upgrade. I'm playing against this guy. You know what? This is one thing I learned from watching other people. Sometimes it's a good idea to just look at who you're up against, and if they don't seem to have a very weak board, that's a good time to upgrade. So I'm gonna actually upgrade the tavern. And I'm not going to keep this this Metal Tooth Leaper. I'm going to let that go. It's 2 attack, it's not 2 health. I only have 2 other mechs here. It's not the end of the world, and it'd be nice to get a chance at 3-star minions. Now, one thing I've noticed is it's really important in this game to not only know what cards are in the game, but to know what tier every card is. Because one mistake I've made sometimes is like, I'd be like, oh, let's just go up to tier 5 and like hope I get something good, but I don't actually remember what's at tier 5, and I end up screwing myself over because there's really nothing I can really be rolling for. Okay, well this is a freaking disaster. Guess in the last turn he scaled up real big with this Amalgam. And he's gonna hit me for what is this, a tier 2? Yeah, I'd rather not have taken 7 damage there. Well, you know, life's a resource, I'm still ahead of him. So I think it was worth it to get my tavern upgraded and now start my discount applying to the next tier. Okay, so I'm gonna take a bit of a gamble here. We're gonna grab this guy. So this thing, the nice thing about it is that it doesn't take a board space. And if you get a junk bot later, it's really good because these microbots spawn on the left, if this thing is on the left, and then the 1/1s attack first. That seems to be, if I recall correctly, how the mechanic works. Like the things that spawn on the left then become your leftmost minions and then they attack. I could be wrong about that, but it seems like that's what happens sometimes unless I've just been looking at it wrong. So anyway, let's also grab the Shredder because it's just a decent minion. And I'm gonna go for Magnetic on the Divine Shield. We'll put the Shredder up first. I'll reroll once. Nothing here I need. And then, or maybe, you know what? Okay. Last minute audible here. I'm gonna get the Shredder on Reborn. I'd rather get a random 2 cost than the 2/2. Because sometimes the 2 cost things are really good. Jesus H. Okay, well this person's built up a big old board of Murlocs. So, things are starting to get pretty serious here. I mean, I do have the Shredder coming back and then spawning another thing, which is good. I'm still going to take a metric butt ton of damage. Crap. Alright, 1 chance up. 1 to 1 in 3 chance to reduce my damage by a little bit. This is a decent chunk of damage. This person's in the top. Interesting. Patrick has no benefits except for bonus health, but he's been just going for a big board. And it's working out for him so far. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna grab the Metal Tooth. Can I? Oh, I know you. You have big board. Okay, we need to focus on board this turn, I think. I would love to pay 6 to get up to tier 4, but let's see if we can get some duplicates, maybe. Beast Dragon Murloc, no thanks. Demon card with Battle Cry. Not really played with this much. Let's just for science play with it. I can reroll 1 more time. I think I actually want this because the second copy, and I might want to try Khadgar because I do have things dying. So let's do this. Let's pilot Shredder. Give him Reborn.
I think you can win this thing.
I'm not me. Is this the right? That is the best thing, right? I mean, I guess I could Reborn on this. Actually, is this the best thing to Reborn? Because would it come magnetized? That's probably better, isn't it? Interesting. I'm not actually 100% sure about that. I could be completely wrong in what I'm choosing. Oh, yeah, we're gonna experiment and give my my what's it called, magneticized thing Reborn next time. Bit of a lucky flip here from the Shredder, giving me the respawn, and that's 50-50 chance that I win. And it is. If I had hit the Microbot, then it would have been a tie. As it is, I deal 4 damage, which is not that big of a deal, really. But it's good to know I can beat that guy, at least. Okay, so here, I would like to pick up my second Leaper, and I'm gonna grab Khadgar. Main problem is I don't have board space, so I really want, like, this crowd favorite to die to clear up the board space. Let's go ahead and play the Leaper. Well, before we do this, let's actually re-roll, see what I get on offer. Nothing super great there. Pogos, I think a bit late for that. Train, I think it's a bit late for the Annoyatron as well. And nothing good here. Okay, so we're going to play the Leaper. Play Khadgar. And I do want this guy to die. I then want this Leaper to die. I really want just everything to die as much as possible before I, what's her face? My Shredder and my Mekaru die. Main problem here is I have no taunt. So Khadgar is very vulnerable. Just any enemy at random can just kill Khadgar before anything dies. But I think it's still worth it to just have him over here and have these guys die. Maybe I could have put like the Shredder up closer. Yeah, that might have been a bit of a smarter play. I lost the Divine Shield. Fortunate, and Khadgar goes down. Okay, that's not the luckiest thing that could have happened. Oh shit, that does not work well at all, because the Microbots spawn, take up all the board space. I don't even get the shield bot back, so that's just an absolute disaster. Okay, well, this could have been a whole lot worse. He's dealing 8 damage to my face here. But yes, okay, that was experiment for science, and I'm definitely not doing that again. Okay, so we got 3 of these guys. I don't have any amalgams, so they're not very good. I gotta upgrade my tavern, I think. AFK is swinging and missing a little bit. I don't know. I think I have to go for it. Okay, nothing super great here. All right, a second copy of these. Amalgam is interesting. I think it's maybe a bit late for that. What would I clear away for the crowd favorite is the problem. I guess I could admit that Khadgar was a mistake and clear him out. I don't want to clear out these because I definitely want to buy another one if another one showed up. Okay, let's put the Shredder over here because I definitely don't want the Shredder. I definitely don't want this guy getting reborned. Okay, I'm going to reroll. Beast. This is just a big taunt. I don't normally make plays like this, but I'm just going to buy this thing. I am going to give up on a Leaper, I suppose. I'm going to hang on to the Khadgar Dream, and I'm just going to have this taunt just there, just to protect Khadgar and be a sort of decent-ish amount of stats. It's not going to be that good for long, a 5/8, by this point of the game. But I'd like to try, because my board's not as good as other people's boards, I'd like to try at least, if possible, to, you know, get double these, double Shredder drops. This thing is probably actually at this point starting to get pretty bad, and I should maybe consider selling it.
You're doing great out there.
I am not doing great out there. I am second to last. Bob, are you watching the game? Oh my god, those are some big-ass stats. Okay, so Divine Shields pop each other. That's a really good Cave Hydra. And Khadgar dies. Oh, I should really play around that. That's one of those little skill things in this game, is playing around cleave effects. Because I don't want to actually put Khadgar next to my taunt, since, like right there, the Cave Hydra hit the taunt, killed Khadgar, and now all of my endgame spawns happen only once. What in God's green? Oh, he has a pack leader and Khadgar. That's a pretty good synergy. Okay, I might die just now. That was a pretty significant board. These are just tokens. What is it, 15? Yeah, I'm dead. Alright, everybody, thanks for watching that. Hope you liked it. Please like and or subscribe if you did. I came in 7th place there. So yes, didn't really get rolling much, and my opponents definitely got rolling faster than I did, so I had some trouble. But also I made some technical mistakes, which in the future I could possibly avoid. Anyway, I'll see you again soon. Take care.